So you want to know a little more about Carver? You know, this place right here. You know, that one right there. There's a good few things I want to tell you about, so I'm going to get right into it. So I just want to start out and say, I love this school. I wouldn't have chosen another school in Baltimore County to go to. It helped me grow into the person I am today, and I'm extremely happy with myself. But I will definitely say that this school is not for everybody. Just so you know who I am, my name is Ben. I'm in the class of 2021 and I'm in IT IMP. Since my freshman year, I've been working with the staff that organizes the audition process that all of you went through. And I've also been working with the staff that organizes your orientation and introduction to Carver. So if you went through the audition process to get into Carver, I probably saw you and signed you in. I was in the same position as you with the same wonders and excitements about Carver. My main concern, and the reason why I'm reaching out to anybody who's watching this right now, is that I've seen a lot of kids fall victim to the wonderful words that are used to describe Carver. The school is great, but the amount of times I hear incoming freshmen talk about the school as if it's something it's not kind of concerns me. Don't get me wrong, this school is great, but what you need to know about Carver is just a general rule of life. Your experience here is what you make it. You aren't magically transported into a high school which caters to everything you want to do. You have to work with and work towards goals with what's provided. It's important to stay grounded, as you have a lot of opportunities here that you just wouldn't have anywhere else. I see a lot of freshmen come in head over heels who fall very quickly because they expected something more than they were going to get. Too often, I see kids hovering too high and falling a great length when their expectations don't meet the reality. But I quickly want to talk about ITIMP in specific because there's a problem that only IT faces at Carver. Out of all the primes at Carver, every single one of them has a prerequisite skill required. But IT, on the other hand, not so much. Now that every single kid has access to a computer in Baltimore County, pretty much everyone possesses a skill required to get into IT, which is just basic computer knowledge. Of course, you have your brochure, and you have drawing, and you have an algebra test, but that stuff isn't really applicable in IT. It's kind of just a general test, and what you do in IT really doesn't encompass this skill. Due to the all-around access of the prime, a lot of students apply when the prime really may not be right for them. And this is where a lot of new ITIMP students get confused, and I interviewed a few of my peers in IT about their feelings of the ITIMP prime. One major place of confusion is content. It was an agreed-on subject that nobody really knew what they were getting into.
Yeah, I think I'd say that. I think that they see the ITI because I think, frankly, I think the ITIMP prime is kind of construed like right off the very bat.
The things that I hear from my friends, like when I say that I go to Carver to new people that I'm talking to or people that I don't really know all that well, I feel like they say things that I'm just like, that's not true, but when I was applying to Carver, I thought it was true.
Yeah.
Like, especially when I'm talking to, like, Parkville kids, I feel like they're like, Carver, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, that's not it. Like, you're saying things that just aren't true, but I get it.
As seen, there are a lot of misconceptions about Carver and the prime in general. Specifically about IT, a lot of kids come in with misconceptions about what we do. Specifically, a lot of students are coming in head over heels for making games, which is great, but a lot of these students are surprised when they realize that the most important part of making the games are the boring parts. Coding, asset creation, audio, polishing, all of which you learn in the class before you even start making games is the most important part, and is crucial to stay grounded.
You need to be a game designer, but you also need to be a programmer, and you need to be kind of interested in the back end rather than just the finished product. I think that was a good metaphor. You need to be interested in the parts of the puzzle instead of just the completed one.
But in the end, you need to make this choice for yourself. The path is laid out for you, but you need to walk it. If you're ready to take on a new challenge each day and are willing to put in the extra work for something unfamiliar, I think this prime is a great choice. Do what's right for yourself, and I hope to see you as a Wildcat one day. Peace.